We live? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hometown Sessions. I will be your host for today. You know who I am. And welcome to sunny New Hampshire. Today is a really good day. I was just outside for a little while, kind of getting a little bit of yard work together, waiting for my pool to get open tomorrow. It's still covered up. Fire pit over there. And so we're going to do another episode from the man cave. Take you guys inside. And I want to wish everybody a happy Cinco de Mayo for anybody that celebrates that. And other than that, I'm going to put this down. And I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I want to talk about a couple things first. Are we glitchy? It looks glitchy to me. Are we glitching?
It's good now on these cameras.
Well, why didn't you say something before? Should we start the whole thing over again? No sun in Maine. That's too bad. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that Brent Smith from Shinedown for sure will be on Thursday. And I also want to remind you that Cliff Fair, if you remember on episode 2, he's a mental health therapist. He is still currently doing group sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Zoom. And if you want to be a part of the group sessions, you can go to thescarsfoundation@gmail.com. That's where you sign up. And same thing for Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. He's doing privates. So just in case anybody's struggling with stuff or needs some help as we go through this COVID bullshit, or, if your anxieties are up, your blood pressure's up, if you're just having a hard time with anything, go to thescarsfoundation@gmail.com, sign up. Cliff is giving free sessions, which is pretty amazing. And the guy is really good at what he does. So pass that word along if anyone needs any help. Other than that, I think we should just get started. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk to you guys about first. Oh, also, let me know before you start firing questions at me. Let me know if there's anything that you want from me on one of these sessions, because I'm going to try to go live with you guys every Tuesday and then have like a guest or do some music or, one of my celebrity friends or that kind of stuff on Thursdays. So we can talk about, touring and music and all that stuff. So while I'm here with you guys on Tuesdays, if there's anything that you guys would like to see from me or somewhere you want me to take you or whatever, just let me know and we can work it out. All right, so I guess we'll get into this because last week went really quick and I had to try to keep up with the questions. So, someone noticed I was drinking Canada Dry Seltzer too. Pookie the Bear. All right, so let's get into it. You have a question. Okay, so Jill's Beautiful World. Let me Can I pause this thing? I want to see if I can. Okay, there we go. So Jill's Beautiful World asks me, she loves the solo album Avalon, and does she think that I'll be inspired to do something similar again? And the answer is yes, because we're starting to write again for New Godsmack and for another solo record. But I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to go with the solo record. As you know, the solo music is very different and very detached from what I do with Godsmack, and it gives me a permission slip to basically go down any lane I want to, whether it's more earthy, tribal kind of music like Avalon was, or whether it's a little bit more male Adele-ish piano driven like I did on Hometown Life. And I'm just not really sure where I'm going to go yet, but I think I'm going to try to hybrid those a little bit. So it's good, clean music, but it's still has that earthy, hypnotic kind of meditative vibe to it, because I really enjoy that kind of stuff too. It's a really cool, trancey, kind of music that I enjoy playing. So, Candace wants to know if Cliff is doing sessions through the Scars website. I just answered that, so you can rewind. Let's see, what else we got here. Brittany wants to know if there's any more acting in my future. There's always going to be acting in my future if I can find any roles. But, between touring all the time, writing music, and doing everything else I do, like running a TV station, we'll have to see what comes my way. But I am talking about doing a role right now in a really kind of Sin City vibe style movie that a friend of mine, Tom DiNucci, is working on. But it's too soon to say, so we'll have to see. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. Takax, Alex, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. Wants to know if we're planning any new live albums. Not at the moment, but we have discussed it, so we'll see what happens with that. Sorry, I'm just going to back up a little bit here. Let's see. I'm going to just try to keep these in order for now. So some of these go by really quick, but I'm just trying to pause it. Let's see. Someone's asking how Robbie and Shani and Tony are doing, and my dog Harley. Awesome. Everybody's doing good. Just getting through this shit like everyone else. What is the one song you haven't played live yet with Godsmack that you would like to play? I've pretty much played all of them live, and I definitely play the ones that I like to play. So let's find some good ones. We're not going to answer coffee questions and stuff. I don't want to waste your time out there. Is my album on Apple Music? I'm not sure, Jeff Gross, if you mean my record solo or Godsmack, but yes, they are both on Apple Music. And I am not a Buccaneers fan now. Someone's asking me that. That's not happening, so just get over yourself. Let's see. So Fernando is asking me if we plan on coming to Rio de Janeiro. And again, the answer is yes. We're trying to get everywhere. South America, New Zealand, Africa, like everywhere that we haven't touched yet, we're trying to get to. And for sure, South America is one of the hot spots for us that we need to get to as soon as possible, as soon as we can. But, with the world upside down right now, we'll see what happens. Someone's asking me if I'll ever do music with my daughter. That's interesting. I'm not sure yet because she's not really studying music. She's going down a different lane that I support her no matter what she does. But as of right now, she's not really studying music full time. She noodles around with the piano and some singing and guitar and stuff, but that's not really her lane. So, but I would if she went that way. Let's see. I got to pay attention to the names too because I've noticed like some of my friends lurking around, people that I know. And where is my friends right now, by the way? Why isn't anybody here? It was supposed to be like a boys' hang tonight. That didn't happen. If you guys are listening, stop being stupid. Let's see. I have to just read some of these. I don't have like a person here to read for me. Although, you know what I'm thinking about doing? I think I'm going to bring Fester as like another co-host of mine. Because if anything, this dude will make you fucking laugh nonstop. Let's see. Tyler Patterson. Hello from Toledo. Congratulations on the Unforgettable video. That was awesome. Hope it goes #1. Thank you. Me too. My question is, what is your first concert ever attended? That was I think it was the Joe Perry Project. He had just left Aerosmith. I was 13, I think. And I got wasted on Lowenbrow. I remember I almost didn't make it through the concert. It was a lot of beer for a young little kid that shouldn't have been drinking, by the way, at 13 years old. I might have been 14, so not that that helps any. Let's see. Will Lisa Geyer ever do another album with me? I'm not sure. You know, it just could happen. It may not happen. It just depends on where we are in our lives and what's going on and whether the music calls for female vocals and that kind of thing. But she is one of the greatest and she's one of my dearest friends and I love her dearly. And I really love singing with her. So, and hopefully some of you guys are also paying attention to Sheena Brooke that I brought on the second show, right? No, third, maybe the third one. Stay in tune with that because that girl is going to go and do something great. I know it. Let's see. More questions. Do we have masks with Godsmack on it? I'm not sure, but if you go to the store, I know the merchandise company just contacted me because a lot of people were asking for Godsmack bandanas and solo stuff. So I know they had some stuff in supply. They were trying to move it and help people out that were asking for stuff with brands on it. But I actually have a really cool idea that I just thought of today that I want to do for a mask. But I'm not going to tell you what else it is. But if it happens, you might see me on Shark Tank. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Oops, wow, that thing just jumped. Sorry, guys. If I miss some of these questions, I'm doing the best I can, but it's hard to pause this thing and you scroll down a little and then it just shoots past me really quickly. So Zach wanted to know, this better not be Zach from Shinedown because I'll punch him in the face. Wants to know, no, it couldn't be him. He wouldn't ask something. That would be something stupid. How old was I when I decided to sing? And how did I figure out that I could sing? Okay, I think I talked about this a little bit, but I didn't even think about singing until I was 27. Up until that point, I had been a drummer my whole life and went through several different bands. And I got to the point where I got a record deal with Sire Reprise Records, which is on Warner Brothers. It was a punk metal band called Strip Mind. And then the band self-destructed because we were all a mess and no one had any business sense. And I quit music at that point for a year. And then the bug came back and bit me. I thought I was done with it. And then about 27 years old, I decided to start my own band and not follow the direction of other people. So I called up a mutual friend of my sister's, Robbie Merrill, and he'd know me as a drummer. And that's kind of how we got this whole thing started. But I told him I was going to sing. And it just took me a while because I was really terrible. If you guys heard the first demo, you wouldn't be here right now talking to me. There'd be no more fans. That number would go right to 0. first rock album that I got was Aerosmith Rocks. I'm a Boston boy, so Aerosmith was my team. Oh, Jackie wants to know what hockey jerseys do I have behind me. Oh, you want to see? Should I show you? Should we switch to this camera? Let me just show you, like, oh, first of all, what's that right there, huh? Oh, what is that? Huh? Hold on. Let me just get you a better shot there. Oh, what? I know he's not with us anymore, but thank God I got that thing signed. Yes, there's that. There is my World Series Red Sox jersey. That one was from 2013 when the team signed it. But I was also around for the 2003 when we broke the curse. That guy is Julian Edelman. And then we got the Chief, Johnny Busick. These are all the legends. These are all Hall of Famers. Ray Bork. Shit, sorry, I'm trying to look at this thing and again. Then we got Jerry Cheevers. If you guys don't know who that is, that's the dude that used to wear the hockey mask. It kind of looked like Jason from Friday the 13th. He has stitches all over it. And the cool thing is he would draw. Let me see if I can get a close-up of this. Even if you're not a Bruins fan, it doesn't matter. Shut up and just pay attention. You'll learn something. Fuck, I can't get the goddamn camera to do what the fuck. Okay, so that mask it's famous and it's probably worth millions of dollars, but there's stitches drawn all over it. And he used to draw stitches on his face for every time the puck hit him. That's what he would have. And of course, the legendary Bobby fucking Orr. That's what the jersey is. It's fucking Bobby Orr. And I'll tell you a funny story. Let's get out of this camera. I'll tell you a funny story about Bobby Orr. So when I was younger, I was so into hockey. And, boy, that phone sucks. Your phone sucks, Pat. Take this piece of shit. I'm going offline with it. Fuck you. It's all even right there, it's glitchy. That's horrible. You told me it wasn't going to be glitchy. Bobby Orr. So when I was very young, I played hockey, and I was obsessed with Bobby Orr. And I wanted to change my name to Bobby Orr. And my mother was like, you can't change it. I was like, 6, 7 years old, maybe even 5. And she's like, you can't change your name to Bobby Orr. And I threatened my mom to take, I think I was 5 years old. I threatened my mom to take her to court if she didn't change my name to Bobby Orr. And Mom, I just want to say thank you to this day for not falling for that shit and not letting a 5-year-old dupe you, because I would have went and I would have became the singer for Godsmack and my name would have been Bobby Orr. So it's a little history for you. Let's see. Oops. Oh boy. Okay. Eek. La 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 la. Sherry wants to know why you can't get my book on audio. You know what? I just got asked if I wanted to do that. I'm seriously considering doing it. A lot of people have asked me to just do an audio book of the paths we choose. So stay tuned for that, because I'm probably going to do it. Oh wait, what does this say? I have read your book twice. My question is that really true that your friend Fro kicked you out of his apartment after I cut my hair short? Yes. I swear to God, that's a true story. He was supposed to be here tonight. I don't know where that fucking son of a bitch went, but it's totally true. Everyone asked me, when did I cut my hair? I had long hair up until I was 27. And then or 26, I think. And then when that whole thing ended with strip mine, I ponytail, chopped it off, shaved it down, and got a job. And it's been short ever since. And then, what was the other question here? Donna wants to know when I'm coming back to Cali. Aftershock is out this year. Sacramento, seen in 2018. And my granddaughters want to send you a video of them singing under your skies. Oh, that's cool. Send it. So, what's the email again?
Hometown Sessions at Yahoo.
Hometownsessions@yahoo.com. If you want to ask me any questions or you want to send stuff like that, send it to me. Just don't flood the email with dumb stuff. It's really for people that want to ask serious questions about mental health awareness or just in general ask me questions about things they want me to answer on these shows. So that's that. And let's see. Any new tattoos? No. Where are my Celtics jerseys? I have Paul Pierce upstairs. I've been trying to get him to sign it. When I had knee surgery, the doctor who did my knee, he was the general physician for the Boston Celtics. And even though Pierce is retired, I was hoping he still maybe could get me the signature for the wall. Hasn't happened yet. Krista wants to know how I handle my fame. There's not much to handle. I'm just a musician that plays music. So I'm pretty sure in all the years that I've been successful, that part didn't change me. I stay pretty grounded. Me and my friends are pretty grounded. My band is pretty grounded, and we all keep a check on each other because everyone in my life's pretty real. So if I get out of line too much, they kind of, they'll check me pretty quick. Matt, why do you keep asking me if I shoot guns? What does that matter? I'm gonna fucking shoot the deer in my yard, though, if they keep eating all my landscaping. Now everyone's gonna be like, don't you dare shoot Bambi. Bambi ate about $40,000 worth of my fucking landscaping. Let's see. Oh, holy shit. There's a lot coming in, man. Let's see. Okay, listen, I can't give lessons online. That's not happening. People want me to show them how to play chords. Maybe when I have a guitar in my hand, I might show you a couple things you're asking, but not going to happen today because I don't have a guitar with me. Let's see. I need a question. Where's all the questions? Oh, here we go. Oh. Slow down. This is a good one. So Carson wants to know suggestions for writer's block. So here's the thing with writer's block for me. I go through it every single record. For some reason, when I begin a record cycle and I know it's time to roll up my sleeves and get into my first song, my first riff, my first set of lyrics, I always have these panic attacks of, I've already written about everything and what am I going to write about? But what I try to do is take the pressure off of myself by not overthinking it and just showing up every day to do your job. And all of you should pay attention to this part, actually. If there's anyone out there that's a musician, trying to be someone in music, trying to be a writer, a poet, a journalist, an author, a musician, actor, whatever it is, whatever you do for your art, I'm going to give you guys a really cool YouTube link to check out. And it's by Elizabeth Gilbert, so you might want to write this down. It's by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the girl that wrote the book Eat, Pray, Love. Now, whether you're a fan of that book or not, it doesn't matter. She did a TED Talk. So if you look up Elizabeth Gilbert TED Talk, and the title of it is Your Elusive Creative Genius. Try to write that down, remember it. And when you have 15, 20 minutes in your day, watch that if you're an artist, because it will change your whole way that you work. It changed me in every which way I work from that point forward, because it's a real tool to take the pressure off of you and just show up and do your job every day. So even during writer's block and things like that, you can just kind of like take that pressure off and, do what you're able to do what you're able to do. And if it comes, it comes. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But you have to allow your genius to show up that day. And sometimes they fucking lazy too. So all you can do is show up and do your work. And if your genius doesn't show up, then at least it gives you someone to yell at in the corner. But watch that link and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Elizabeth Gilbert, Your Elusive Creative Genius TED Talk on YouTube. And you're welcome. Favorite Canadian city? That's a good one. I love Vancouver. I love Edmonton. I love Toronto. I love Montreal. I love Quebec. There's a lot. Let's see. Oh, slow it down. All right, let's see. Will there ever be a Godsmack concert on Blu-ray someday? Blu-ray? Aren't we even past that part? Do we still use Blu-ray?
I don't think so.
Isn't it like digital now? I don't know. Maybe. You want us to just put it on a laser disc for you? Let's see. Barbara Case wants to know if I have any good school experience. By the way, happy Teacher Appreciation Day to all the teachers out there. From me to you. See, I don't forget. Such a lie. I totally just read that. I knew it was Cinco de Mayo, though, but not until Sarah told me a few minutes before I started.
Pretty obvious.
Hey, no fucking yapping from the peanut gallery over there. Listen, I'm going to tell you the story because I'm a pretty honest guy and I'm pretty transparent for the most part. So as far as the schooling goes, I dropped out when I was a freshman. And then I went back the second year and I tried it again. And about 2 weeks into it, I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't going to work. So lucky for me, I knew exactly what I wanted to do from a very young age. So for all you kids out there that think you can drop out of high school and just become a superstar, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take that chance. It's probably not going to work out too well. But I will say that I don't know how, but I just knew from a very young age. I started playing when I was 3.5 years old, and that was the lane I was going down. I never quit. I never stopped. And the more people told me I needed something to fall back on, the more I would send them a big bag of fuck yous and I told you so's later, because I was on a mission and I was either going to get there or die trying. So if you have that kind of ambition, go for it. I think schooling's still really important and you should probably do it. But for me, it was a different time. It was the early 80s. And what they were teaching me just didn't make any sense in what I was studying the most, which was music and drumming and all that stuff. So that's the road I took, man. And luckily for me, it worked out. My necklace is my zodiac sign. It's the symbol for Aquarius. It's a water sign. Let's see. Let's try to move a little past this. Oh, wow, it really jumps fast sometimes. Am I going to sing tonight? I'm not going to sing tonight. I don't have... What time is it? 6:30 maybe? I don't know. Do I have a guitar here?
Yes.
Yeah? You're supposed to say no, stupid. You're fired. We'll see if I have time. Maybe I'll do something. We're not really wired for a performance tonight, but I can maybe hack something up. Do you plan on touring with Disturbed again? Dopey's Ride. Oh, Dopey's Ride? Okay. That I don't know. But tell Draymond to call me. Have his people call my people. We'll talk. Let's see. Ian wants to know how I train and keep my voice healthy. Well, just like anything else, it's a muscle. So if I don't sing for a long enough time, it gets weak, it gets tired fast, and I don't have the range that I would normally have. But like when I'm in the middle of touring season or been on the road for a while, it's pretty like It's pretty legit. It doesn't go out on me too much. I should probably knock on wood. Excuse me. Thank you. Would you still there? Let's see. Some people just ask somebody, anything new with John Costco, David Barnett? Are you his drummer? Is that what's going on? Are you a spy? Are you one of the John Costco spies? John is doing really good, actually. He has a new band that they're starting to record some music, and I think he should probably have something out soon. And yeah, he's awesome. I'm going to have him on one day. John, you should come on and do a song for the people and show them how you sing, because you're just special like that. What the fuck am I going here? Mindy wants to know if my tour was, which one was crazier or more memorable, Metallica or Pantera? Okay, Metallica, way more memorable for two reasons. For one, nicest guys in the world, never been treated better. Completely amazing spending an entire year with them. And Pantera, I don't remember a whole lot because I drank more with them than I ever have in my life. They're brutal. They were brutal. When Dimebag and Vinny were alive, those dudes could drink gallons, literally gallons of whiskey in like days. So there was a lot of black time there, but it was way more insane. So crazier goes to Pantera, more memorable goes to Metallica. I really want to go out Metallica again, so if anybody sees Hetfield, you let them know. Call me. All right, is there any good questions in here? Like, I don't want to talk about what kind of alcohol I drank, because I hardly drink, by the way. When I do once in a while, it's very minor, but... What else we got here, man? What's going on? Okay, let's stop here. Gino Leone. My son Nico, who is 7 and wanting to get into music. What advice can you give a young person who is getting started in learning to play music? He loves Godsmack. Give him a little shout out. Okay, little Nico, shout out to you, brother. 7 years old, killer age to start at. Set your sight on an instrument, master it, move on to the next one. That's number one. Don't half-ass each little instrument. Don't play the guitar for 2 weeks and then jump on a drum set. I would suggest that you at least get really good at one. And my suggestion is drums. And I'll tell you why. Everything is percussive. Whether you write guitar riffs, whether you play on the piano, whether you do vocals, everything is syncopation, everything is a rhythm. It's gone on since the early ages when man, had a bone through his nose and bent over a pond drinking water. Somebody was walking and there was a tick-tock, there was a rhythm. And I really believe having percussion under your belt is one of the most important things you could have. Rhythm, timing, tempo, groove, meter, all that is super important. And then from there, it just depends on what instrument you are really attracted to, whether it's the piano or the guitar or whatever. But for sure, learn drums, learn tempo, learn rhythm, learn groove, because that's what people bang their heads to. That's what the girls bounce the boobies to. You understand, Cyril, Nico? Booby bouncing. You'll know about this soon enough. Okay, Gino. That was a little lesson from me to your son. You asked for it. There it is. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Jumping down here. I know, Brazil, we're coming, man. I swear to God, I say this every time I do this. We're coming. I promise you. We're just trying to figure it out. We're coming. I don't know when, but we're coming. Just, you know what to do? Start it like a thread. Like somehow get it out there to your promoters. That's what you need to do. Find out who promotes your shows out there and get a mass load of South American people, Brazilians, and everyone from that whole region, and smash that guy's email and tell them you want Godsmack out there. So this is a good one. Matt Ayotti says, I seem very passionate about mental health issues. How am I about human trafficking? Well, it's the same thing for me when it comes to how passionate I am, because the only difference is I don't have as much experience with the knowledge of that stuff, but the things that I do hear, and I know that Steven Tyler is very engaged in this kind of thing, especially with like women trafficking and things like that. And I think that's what Janie's Fund is all about, or at least a part of it is. You would have to look that up. But it's obviously horrendous and disgusting. And, I'm hoping enough people do something to make a difference to help that go away. Let's see. Someone's asking if I would consider performing at the Super Bowl halftime. Hello? Fuck. Do I even have to answer that question? Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? La 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 la. Okay, let's see. It's not a bunch of questions coming. Well, there's questions, but they're not. Would you ever consider doing a celebrity spot for WWE like Limp Bizkit and Drowning Pool or Motorhead did? I don't know what that means. Celebrity spot, like what? Wrestle? I'm too small to wrestle. Those big guys would smash me. Is it a live concert thing at the WWE? Because we've done a lot of stuff with the WWE musically. So if they're doing live bands, they should probably reach out to us because we would probably do it. Krista Wilson wants to know, what did my bandmates like of you going solo? I think you're just asking me like, what did my bandmates think of me going solo, or what part of it did they like, or something like that. But they have a solo projects too. Shannon and Tony have the Apocalypse Blues Review. It's a blues band, like straight up old school blues band. And I do what I do. And so, we both support each other and everyone's cool with it. And then, I just jumped. Where'd I go? I had a question and then it went away. Someone wants to know how tall I am. I'm 7'9". All ego. Oh, this is a cool little question. So Michelle C24 wants to know if I ever tune into Chris Lester and Timmy T's Facebook shows. So for those of you who don't know what that is, Tim Terrio and Chris Lester are two of the guys that has worked with me on the solo stuff. And I recently have been just getting together with Chris Lester. Actually, we've been working on some music because soon we are going to do a whole show for you guys. I'm going to lay out a lot of music. We're going through it right now, figuring out what we're going to play. So that's some of the stuff that you could write me, what songs that you would like to hear me do. It's going to be more solo stuff, maybe some covers. I'm going to save the Godsmack stuff, so don't ask me to play that right now because I am going to save that to either do that completely solo or with the Godsmack guys, just out of respect for them. But that being said, I haven't seen their live thing yet, but I heard it's really good, and those two are two of my favorite musicians, and if you know about them, you should be checking them out. Let's see. Kathy wants to know if I'm going to get Boston boy Mark Wahlberg on for a hometown session. If Mark Wahlberg wanted to come on, I would be more than happy to have him. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, though. But you never know. I'm really good friends with his brother, Jim, who I love to pieces and who is a really, really invested. I want to call him an expert at this point on addiction and things like that because he does a lot. I think he runs Mark's whole foundation with addiction and those kind of things. So I've worked with him as well to do some stuff for the Scars Foundation. So I'm hoping to get Jim on at some point too to maybe go through an episode like that. Maybe he'll ask his brother. Come on, I don't know. Probably not. All right, let's see. Let's try to catch up here. I'm going to shoot down. Stephanie's asking my nationality. That's Italian. Brittany wants to know if I'll be doing more intimate shows like I did at the Fillmore in New Orleans. Probably. I just don't know when. We'll see. Touring is a little bit off the charts right now, off the agenda. It's time to work on new stuff. But you know what's good news for you guys is you're going to get probably flooded next year with a lot of new material from a lot of bands because everybody is taking this time, whoever's an artist, to write and record new material. So you're probably going to see a lot of new music come out. And I think what we're going to have a little bit of a lack of, unless these networks have stuff in the can, is new TV shows and new movies. Because if no one's working right now filming anything, you get that going on, right? So I think anything that comes out new next year or by the fall this year is probably because they already filmed it and it's been in post-production. But music is different because, you know, every musician can sit at home and write music and write lyrics. And this alone time actually works to our strength because you need to be alone to write music. What kind of motorcycles do I ride? Harley Davidson only. I just don't like any other kind of motorcycle. Okay, Troy. Capital letters, this dude. He's probably asked me a few times and it goes by so fast. He says, what was it like having your dad play with you? It was awesome. You know, my dad is the reason I started music in the first place. I was very little. He had bands that would rehearse in the basement. That's how I grew up, watching them, sitting in the big acoustic guitar cases when they played, falling asleep till all hours of the night. And, you know, it finally came back full circle to be able to have him play on a record. It was, you know, it was great. It was one of my best memories. And I know he's watching right now too, Dad. If you're out there watching me, I'm going to text you back. I swear to God. I'm just, you know, these things take a while to set up sometimes and I got things going on, but no excuses. I'll call you back. So just stop blowing me up. I get your texts. I got you. Let's see. What the fuck? I'm not. What is that question? So here we go again. Melinda wants to know why I wrote Under Your Scars. I wrote Under Your Scars because I was influenced by an experience that I had with an older friend that was going through some scars of her own. And it made me realize that we all have these kind of underlying issues. We all have these insecurities. We all have these imperfections that we try to hide, especially when you're in front of somebody new, like you're dating someone new or something like that. And sometimes you don't want to show those kind of imperfections because you're embarrassed by them and that kind of thing, right? But throughout that experience, it made me think maybe we should be doing it the other way and we should be wearing our scars loudly and proudly and making it known to the world and understanding that they're no more than just our battle wounds from life and the things that we've survived, right? They're signs of being a survivor. And that's something you should be super proud of and you should tell your story. Instead of keeping it internal, I don't care if it was, you know, you were raped when you were younger or if you were a bully or if you got bullied or if you had, you know, mental health issues that or illnesses that you get sick from or whatever it is. No matter how severe or how light of a condition it may be, if it's something that traumatizes you and something that creates insecurities and makes you go internal and go quiet, that it's when it gets really dangerous. So my advice to everybody is wear those scars loudly and proudly. Tell your story to the world. Inspire others to come forward and tell their story, because that's how we're going to chip away at this thing. So there's a reason why the Scars Foundation, the logo is "We're all imperfectly perfect," right? Because we're supposed to be imperfect, and that's exactly how we're supposed to be. That's what makes us perfect. So that's a little insight on Under Your Scars. And then someone asked me what Blue Skies is about, and that song is also it's about looking for acceptance. I would have to revisit the lyrics to really break it down because it's been a little while since I played it, but it's kind of about similar things, only more about being having relationships either with the people that you love, like in a love relationship or in a family relationship, or your best friend's relationship, but whatever it is, and doing the best that you can, but not feeling that they are seeing you clearly, and having these insecurities and that kind of thing, but just looking for acceptance, taking you to a better place, taking you to blue skies. That's a little bit of what that's about. Jonathan Watson wants to say thanks for answering his question about Jim Norton and Robert Kelly last week. Yeah, I got to get those guys on the show. I'm going to make a call, either Jim or Robert. You guys got to meet these guys if you haven't seen them yet. They're so good at what they do, and they're super funny, and I hope they'll do the show. And you guys need to spread the word. Start spreading the word. We got to get more people on this site. So spread. We want to get into the hundreds of thousands of people. That would be fun. So, what Godsmack song means the most to me that you might be surprised to know? I'm not sure. Yeah, I would have to say at this point, it probably is Under Your Scars, only because it started such a movement and has been helping so many people. And whenever a song resonates like that, that's something that becomes really special to me. So, Serenity did that for a while and really became a big song, like within recovery centers and things like that. And Under Your Scars, I think, has touched even more people. There's probably a reason why there's 27 million views on YouTube, because obviously, it's a subject that everyone can relate to, because a lot of people go through these kind of insecurities. So I'm going to have to go with that one. Okay, Chris wants to know what the meaning of Legends Rise is. So I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people were just like, wow, that's pretty ballsy to name your record When Legends Rise, as if we were talking about ourselves. But although we were, it wasn't on an ego-based thing. What it was is that the years prior to us making that record, when I started, like I said before, you get writer's block and you're thinking, okay, what's this record going to be about? What am I going to write throughout this record? What's the thread? What's the concept here? Because every album has a concept. Every album has some kind of theme that runs through it, right? And so on this one, I was trying to think, where am I at in my life right now? Things have changed so much, and I was in such a much better place than I was when I was younger. And, my daughter being older now, having such a good relationship with her, the band doing so well. But I started to think like, wow, we came over some serious, like we walked through hell and back to get to those good relationships. So that's when I started thinking, wow, it's kind of like that subliminal statement of the phoenix rising from the ashes. It really is about us overcoming all these obstacles and being able to reach down inside ourselves and find that inner strength and rise above it again. So whenever someone beats you down, knocks you down over and over again, life keeps knocking you down. COVID's beating the shit out of us right now. It's wiping out all these different things. Somehow you got to try to stay mentally strong, because if you crack up there, everything goes bad. But if you can rise above it again, stand up strong, get back on your 2 feet, hold your head up high, hold your shoulders back, and push through another day, eventually it gets better. And that's what it means when legends rise. It's about the people who can do that are the people that get to where they want to be in life. Because only the strong survive, right? The weak just get weaker, and that's kind of one of my philosophies. So that's what that's about. Where are we at for time? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. What cover song do I like more to sing? What bands? There's a lot. I love a lot of them. I'm going to do some for you, so I'm not going to answer that right now, but just stay tuned, and I will. There'll be some shows coming up soon where I'm going to play music for you. And I also want you guys to remember to email me at hometownsessions at, what is it, Yahoo?
Yahoo.
Hometownsessions@yahoo.com. Put it right under there, right? Right about there. And let me know if there's some kind of show that you're hoping I would do, because that helps me to think outside the box and be able to deliver some stuff that's important to you guys if enough of those requests come in. All right, we're going to get to a few more here. Remember to add a question mark, because if I don't see question marks, when I scroll in quick and these things are flying, I'm trying to catch the ones with question marks. Don't go crazy, but you just got to put question marks, because sometimes you just write it out and it goes by. I don't know if you're just saying like thanks for something or making a statement or what, but let's see. So this is a good one. I'm gonna address this. Rose Borntrager asks me. She says people say that I'm not fun to meet during my meet and greets unless they're handicapped or sick. Is that true? That's ridiculous, actually. And by the way, I'm really fun all the fucking time. When I turn the switch on, it's on for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, what size, shape, color. I don't have much negativity inside of me, you know? All that stuff went away a long time ago. So the only time that I could be probably a little bit of a bummer is if I'm exhausted. So, but you know, that just comes with the territory. You're not on 24 hours a day, although I'm on 23.5 hours a day. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find a really good. Are you going to be playing August? Are you going to be playing Sturgis this August? That's a hell no. I don't think the world's going to be ready yet, because my thoughts are, I think there's going to be some shows they're going to try to launch. I'm hoping they do great. I'm not hoping they don't, but I do think there's going to be a little bit of a shell shock factor going on where maybe groups of people aren't going to be that comfortable getting together yet in the tens of thousands like some of these venues hold. And another set of people that if they are comfortable with being near people are probably going to be trying to replenish their savings account before they drop a bunch of money on concert tickets. So us personally, we have a record to write anyways, so we really needed to kind of come off the road and get a record done. So we're taking advantage of 2020 to write new material and get that out next year so we can be touring next year. But this year, there will be no shows, not for Godsmack, maybe some other bands. Let's see. Will Godsmack do a set live stream? When I get done, I'm going to be, Ange Matt asked me that. I'm going to Florida soon to start working with the band. And so when I'm there, we're going to try to do some of this from there as well. So you can say hi to some of those guys. Oh, what do we got here? What's my favorite instrument to play? Drums and piano. JML is asking me, why does the 4 record get such little love on the set list? How about a deep cut set from Godsmack headquarters? That's actually a really cool idea. I'm going to have to talk to the guys about that. Problem is, I'm in New Hampshire. Godsmack headquarters is in New Hampshire. Guys are in Florida. You understand? Social distancing at its finest. But I do like the idea. So maybe there's a way. Maybe when they come up to record the record, we have to do some writing, and that's going to be sparse. There's going to be some writing here, some writing there, some writing wherever I write. But maybe when they come up this fall or winter to start tracking the record, if the world is still upside down the way it is, and maybe I'll get them, because that would be fun, because I do think some of the deep cuts are really fun to play. So I like it. JML. How do I have my coffee? Oh, I want to say something so bad, but I'm just going to say black. That's it. I have it black. And it wasn't racist what I was going to say, if that's what you guys are thinking. It was just dirty. Because I'm bad. I'm a bad person. Let's see. What are two bands that I would like to collaborate with on a song? Rick Mohiri. I would like to. I think me and Aaron Lewis would do a really good song together. I think our voices would complement each other really well. I'm trying to get him on the show soon too, and he said he would do it, and he hasn't got back to me yet. So I'm gonna be ringing you up, Aaron. I think he'd be a good one though. There's a few different people. I really would like to do a song with Lisa Gerrard, but I just don't know if I'll ever be able to have that chance. She's one of the vocalists for Dead Can Dance that inspired me big time to do songs like Voodoo and Serenity and stuff like that. What's up? Time? What do we got?
Few minutes.
How many?
Like 2, 3.
2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to get a bite of hummus. Why did I write Sinner's Prayer? Hold on. Before I choke on a fucking cracker. That's actually, I just fucking COVID. I have COVID on my knee. I came out of my mouth and hit my knee. Now it's fucking, that's actually an awesome question, because that song was written with Sylvester Stallone. Swear to God, true story. My friend Paul Harb, who's an amazing video editor and one of Stallone's editors when they were doing the Expendables and some of the Rocky movies, called me up and he said that Sly was looking for a new song. He kind of gave me a vibe. And so I started writing music immediately. And then I went to LA and I got to meet him. And he brought me in some lyrics that he was writing. And so half of the verse is written by Sylvester Stallone himself. And the second verse was written by me. The first verse was written by him. I had to do a little rearranging, and so we wrote it to be the main title sequence. So when the movie first starts and you see that first opening scene, that's the music that would be playing. And it made the movie on the director's cut. And then they took it out for the theatrical version. So if you can find the director's cut of The Expendables, you'll hear Sinner's Prayer opening up the main title of the movie. I love that story and he also signed the acoustic that I played it on because it broke right after I recorded the song. So, all right, couple more and then we're gone, right? 6:58 is what I'm seeing here. Oh my God, someone said have my dad come on live. I'm going to do that. I know he's watching too. I'll work on it. Don't text me. I'm doing a show. Let's see. I can't answer some of these because they're just not that good. Let's see. Trying to find one more good one to close out on. One more. Give me one more good one. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Looking at you live right now. Oh, that's a good one. What's my favorite Sexy Time album? That's funny. I'll tell you a good one is James Bay's first record. That one went on loop for a while. And what's the story of the star on my cheek, which is no longer there? That was just a symbol that I used to draw before I went on stage every night. I would get like a eyeliner kind of black pencil, and I would just listen to music and burn incense, and I would kind of get in the zone and get my head right and get ready for the show. And I started painting like either a crescent moon or a star, and it became a star for a while. I got so used to it being there because we were doing so many shows a week that I just ended up having it tattooed. And then everybody started getting stars in their face, so I took mine off because, yeah, that was it. Okay, so I guess we got to wrap this up. I'm going to remind you guys one more time that Cliff Fair is doing therapy sessions on the Scars Foundation Facebook. I believe it's Zoom. But if you want to learn more about this, you need to email thescarsfoundation@gmail.com. Thescarsfoundation@gmail.com. His name is Cliff Fair, Fehr, I think. And he's an incredible therapist. And if you guys or you know anybody that's having some problems with anxiety, with panic attacks, with trauma, with this COVID, with the isolation, with addiction, with anything that is putting them into some kind of severe depression, suicidal tendencies, anything like that, visit us at scarsfoundation.org. And we have a bunch of links and people that we work with there. But in the meantime, if you want some one-on-one advice and sessions with Cliff, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he's doing group sessions. And on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he does privates, like individuals. And you can talk to him when you write him at that email address I told you about. So that's it for today, guys. Time's up. YouTube cuts us off after a certain amount of time, so we got to go. It's been awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thursday, we're coming back with Brent Smith from Shinedown. We're going to hang, we're going to chat, see what that boy is up to. I'm going to try to get some music from him and Zach and a bunch of other guests that we have coming up. So make sure you tune in on Thursday for me and Brent. And then we'll be back here again on Tuesday to do Mantown Hangouts with all you fans. Ci vediamo. I love you guys very much. Ciao from New England.